welcome back to Mom You're Grounded. Today, Allison and I are talking with Maria, a woman whose caregiving journey pretty much hit straight to the heart. She was a caregiver for her own mother, kind of navigating the sandwich generation, the what to do, I don't know what to do kind of situation, and how she really started with the electric caregiver alert system with her own mom. And yeah, I just want to say thank you for coming and talking with Allison and I.
Yeah, I was
Thank you.
super excited when Jennifer told me about you and your story and a little background on it, and then about the electronic caregiver. I was kind of like, wait, what? So so just kind of give us a little bit like of your background. Like, how did that journey with your mom kind of start, and how'd you come to here? Yeah.
So unfortunately, we lost our mom. I'm one of 5 children that she had, and we lost her in 2019. She had cancer, but I think her healthcare journey, where I stepped in to help her, began when she was about 60 years old, and she had had a heart attack, and she refused to go into the hospital, and she asked my brother to bring her an aspirin. And she took the aspirin, and thank the Lord, she survived for another 17 years.
Wow.
But in hearing the story and in knowing that she had a serious health failure, I had 2 young children at the time. I had a daughter who was almost 2 and a son who was still in his first year. And I traveled to Memphis, 3 hours from where I lived, and basically took her to the doctor and signed her up to get a surgery to fix her heart. So they went in at that time and they put in a stent, and she had a 99% block in her, it's the widow maker.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. So she would not have made it had she not had that procedure done. And she, bless her heart, I love her dearly still to this day, but she was a big vitamin advocate, and she showed me all the vitamins she took every day, but sometimes vitamins just aren't enough.
Right.
And you need to go to a doctor, and you need to have some kind of treatment that's beyond what you can get in a bottle of vitamins.
Yeah, especially with a situation like that, and something that, thank goodness she was able to get that stent, like something that is preventable. Like, we have resources, they have the ability to do that now. But I totally understand. I'm not a big medicine person myself either, but I've kind of come along to like knowing, okay, this probably can't get along on just vitamins alone. I totally relate to that for sure.
Yes, and the older I get, the more I realize I have to listen to my doctor.
Yeah, that's for sure.
So I don't take any medicine. I do take vitamins. I take vitamin D and a multivitamin, but if I had to take something, I absolutely would consider it.
Yes. So my mom got healthy at that point, and she was fine for the next about 10 years. And then she came down with shingles. And with shingles, she was hospitalized. It had gotten pretty advanced before she sought medical care. And she ended up in the hospital for about a week.
Did she have like open sores, burning, like
a lot
fever?
Of burning, fever? It was in her eye and in her, I think it was the 5th cranial
it gets
nerve.
everywhere.
Yeah, so she had really bad, and just a lot of redness. You could tell it was infected. So they put her on antiviral drip as well as antibiotic drip. And so from that point on, she never got over the shingles. It was always, it would flare up if she was in the sun, and she became more frail because it's hard to walk when you can't see very well, and things just start to slow down. You don't want to do as much, so you start losing some strength. So we watched her pretty closely from then on out.
Was she living alone during this whole time period?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, but y'all were you were 3 hours away.
I was 3 hours. My brother was 2 hours. I had another brother that lived near her, just not quite as up to speed on what needed to be done.
Yeah.
And then my 2 sisters were 7 and 9 hours away.
Oh, yeah.
So I was the closest daughter to her through that. So we noticed a real slowdown at that point, and then when she was 76, she was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer.
Wow.
And she decided not to take any medications that would have extended her life. The doctor said between 5 and 10 years, but she did not feel well. She was very sick, and the medicine made her feel worse.
Yeah.
So I had to respect her decision and let her live her life, which is very difficult to do for a loved one.
For sure, because we want to be selfish. We want to keep them here as long as possible.
Yes.
So, but yeah, ultimately it is their decision and how they want to feel and quality of life and all of that too.
Exactly.
So that's kind of where she still living at home then during that time
She was,
too. Yeah.
and it was her desire to stay at home. She didn't want to have to move to the hospital or anywhere else.
Yeah.
So we were able to keep her at home. Now this is when Electronic Caregiver came into the picture.
Okay.
Because she was starting to fall some. The cancer it was breast cancer. It had metastasized to the breast and to her hip and her spine. So that was
spreading.
Pretty fast course, and her bones just became more and more frail.
Yeah.
So I hooked her up with Electronic Caregiver, which is a safety device, and you can wear it on your wrist, or you can get a pendant. Or both, and basically it detects falls.
Okay.
And you can just press a button and on the watch or on the pendant, and it will call an EMT.
Wow, just like that.
Yes. And they're able to figure out and diagnose what's going on, contact the family, and then call EMS if needed.
So do they, when you hit the button, is it like the person can speak
Yes.
to them?
Yes.
And I guess, of course, if they don't hear anything, they just automatically can send somebody out there too to kind of see what's going on too.
Yes.
Calls through and evaluates what's going on in the situation. And
Yes. Yes.
That's
So I
awesome.
was so impressed
Yeah.
by the service, and really was a lifesaver for us because she was there alone. And there were times I am in real estate, so I went to her house and put a lockbox on the door, and we gave the code to, there was a fire department just right around the corner.
Yeah.
And they had the code, and they were able to go in, and they helped her get up more than once. And as things progressed, my oldest sister is a school teacher, and she was able to go and to stay with my mother for the rest of the summer.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah.
So she was there, but she still needed the backup.
Of course, yeah, because you can't have eyes on somebody all the time, and I mean
The frustration of not having like that 24-hour, like feeling guilty because you can't be there and what's going on.
Yeah, all that we talked on previous episodes too, just about that that caregiver burnout too, and you know, you can't take care of somebody else if you're not well enough yourself, and just, you know, can be pulled in so many different directions and stuff. Yeah, and having that guilt, especially if you're not able, you don't live right there near them,
Right.
you know, and having that worry and stuff. So
Even being like 45 minutes away is still far. Like, but to be 3.5 hours, 7 hours almost, like to round trip.
Yeah.
But it's like you have your own life, you have your family, you have small children, and it's kind of like you can't pick everybody up and move them there too.
Right.
So you just try to make the best decision
Yes.
for her and the rest of the children that are involved too. So that's an awesome solution. So she was able to use that, and does it? What other features and like I know you were talking about earlier, it does different things too.
Right. So there are 2 different levels of the pendant. I'll just call it a pendant. So there's the Premier and the Pro, and the Premier is basic. It's very basic. It has a GPS involved, and this is for people who might wander, you know, and you don't know where they are.
Stages.
Exactly. It also has cellular service, so no matter where you are, you'll be able to get in touch with the company. It has medication reminders, which is wonderful, so it'll let you know when it's time to take your
It's
meds.
like an alarm that they have to actually acknowledge that
Yes.
it's the
Oh,
time.
Yes.
I love that.
Personalized health messages, and this is something that you can program.
I'm just looking over, that's really reasonable as far as for peace of mind.
Right, right, and then it has a caregiver connectivity app, which is what puts you in touch with them. With the standard, it's $49.95, but that does not include the pendant. The pendant is what detects falls,
Okay.
and so that, along with the color that you pick, those two options take the price to $59.95 a month.
Oh wow, that's not bad at all for
Right.
that peace of mind and to be able to.
Know that.
Yeah, I was expecting more than that per
Yeah.
month for something like that.
It really, I cannot tell you.
Well, the medication reminder alone. Like,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
huge.
To be like, hey, it's time.
Yeah.
It just allows so much independence still
And-
without.
From a caregiver standpoint, I cannot tell you how much peace of mind I had knowing that she had this
Yeah, of
in her
course.
hand.
And she was super open to it and was that
Well,
not? That's what I was wondering.
That's a good question,
Yeah.
because she was very wanted to do it herself. She
Mhm.
wanted her vitamins to work for her. She
Yep.
wanted, and she did it very hesitantly.
Yeah.
But she, once she started relying on it, she could really feel more comfortable and more secure.
Yeah, that's
So-
great.
And I have to tell a funny story. The firemen would come into the house and check on her.
Mm-hmm.
I think there were a couple times she just called on them because she wanted the firemen to come by.
I was gonna ask
I have
that.
seen
I
that.
was going. That's cute. That's funny. Yeah, she just wanted a little company.
She did.
Yeah.
She did.
That's
yeah.
sweet. How great of them, though. I mean, I know that's what they're there for, but
Yeah.
and that you were able. I love that you used your realtor instincts and put the lockbox
lockbox
on.
on.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it was really good, and she was not alone for very long before my sister was able to go and be with her.
Mm-hmm.
But even then, she needed to go to the grocery store sometimes.
Yep.
She needed to go to the Y. She needed to take care of herself.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was really nice to have this as a security in place for my mom.
Yeah.
So there is another level, and the next level is called Pro Health. And this one you can add on different devices: a blood pressure monitor, an oximeter, a thermostat, a glucometer, a scale.
Oh wow.
And then they can breathe
And
into
they
it.
can breathe this
That's
way.
amazing. That's wow.
Yes.
What do you mean they breathe into it?
So like they're testing your breath, you know what I'm
Testing the breathing.
Oh, okay.
So, and all of those vitals can be sent directly to the physician.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
you
they
can
think
put
they have
your-
pneumonia
Yeah.
or
Asthma,
yeah.
any of those respiratory,
upper respiratory.
COPD. Yeah.
That is really awesome. I mean, I feel like that even if you weren't at the point of needing around the clock home care or needing to go to a senior community or something, just like if you just really kind of wanted to be on top of your health and things too, that would be a great way.
Or
to
if you
go
have a
to.
problem like translating these things to your doctor. Like I think like a lot of people miss this information when they're going in, and like when you already have that pressure of being at the doctor and they're like, well, where's your vitals or where have you been, and just to be able to be like, oh, here's my report and this is what everything has been
love
like.
that.
Like, you know that.
Because I don't know about y'all, but when I go to the doctor, my blood pressure goes up.
Oh,
So my
same.
husband's like
Yeah.
every time
Mm-hmm.
like my blood pressure is typically pretty good when I go
Yeah.
to the doctor, but he's like he'll get sweaty palms,
Yeah.
like, just nervous,
The anxiety.
like
Yeah.
and I don't know what it is about it, but it sets him up that way. So
Yeah.
be able to be like, well, this is my 30-day report,
Yes.
and this is what I've been reflecting, and
Yes, and you can set this up to where your doctor sees it, and they can see if there's a flag on something. So, if your heart rate is going really high or it's not even, they can see that.
That's great
Real
to have
time.
all that data right there too to keep track.
Yes.
I would, Yeah, I would think that'd be great for people, especially with like the heart conditions and things. They could really see a pattern if something was developing too. So,
Mhm. So with this one, it comes at different price points as
It's like
well.
yeah.
a la
And
carte customized.
you can actually add on a pocket MD. So it's basically telehealth. You can get a hold of a doctor 24/7, and
Wow.
they can diagnose and let you know what is going on, basically.
So like if they have like a UTI and they couldn't get a
Mhm.
hold of their primary, they
Yep.
could call telehealth.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
really awesome.
So this one ranges from $59.95 up to $120, just depending on how much you want to put on it.
Mm-hmm. But I like that you can pick the different options and just like Jennifer said, like customize it to your needs and what's
Mhm.
going on with you right then.
Mhm.
I could definitely see why this was so much peace of mind
Yeah.
for you too.
Yeah.
My mom, we talked about it several times,
Mhm.
Janet, everybody, let's talk about Janet. She's in independent living,
Mhm.
and they even have, I don't think it's the same company, but they have something similar with dependent, and it just still makes me, even though she's there, it's independent, so they're not,
Right.
with them all the time. They can come and go as they are, but they have that on them. If anything, if they were to fall in their apartment or anything like that, it makes me feel so much better too, knowing that as well. So yeah, for sure.
In a former life, I was sales director for a building that had memory care,
Okay.
independent living, and assisted living.
Yeah.
And so we always had our clients or our residents with something like this.
Yeah.
So that they could, and their family would be confident in knowing that they were okay.
That's awesome.
So it's a nice add-on feature.
Yeah. So I know before you were showing us too, looks like a little bit like AI on your phone or
Addison.
Yes.
okay. So that was what was blowing my mind because we talk about like caregivers that's
And
people,
where AI is going.
yeah, and we're not robots, but
Right.
this is something that the technology's taken us somewhere too.
Yes.
So yeah.
So this company has been researching and they've been building an AI system for 15 years.
Wow.
So they were forecasting what today would be like, 10 or 15 years ago.
Yeah.
And it's all coming to fruition right now. So
what's Addison? Yeah.
Addison is an avatar, and basically she provides companionship, all of the things that we've discussed so far. So the medication reminders, she can do anything that Alexa can do. So
Wow.
if you want to hear music, she can play music. If you want her to read you a book, she'll read you a book. She can lead exercise classes. She can, yoga or, whatever you want.
Uh-huh.
And she, in her setting, she comes on an iPad. And in her setting, you can see her house, but she can change out her decor.
Oh,
And
wow.
so sometimes if you just want to see a different scene, you can say, Addison, switch out your decor. And she'll switch.
It keeps them interactive.
Yes, or she'll go to another room, or she'll go outside, or, but she is built to be a companion, and she will learn. She's a learning avatar, so she can converse and, get to know you. She's got a sense of humor.
Okay.
And really is the way of the future.
It's
wow.
incredible.
And she could, like, if she were, would you use this in, along with, like, the pendant, or can she, like, since if something's happened, like,
One or the other.
yeah.
She can actually watch you take medication and make sure you actually swallow.
Wow.
Which is pretty amazing.
That's scary amazing. Like, I love all this stuff, and it's also,
Like,
well, it's so funny because they use, AI, ChatGPT, my robot. I mean, I have a name for them. I ask them questions all the time, but I always joke about being polite because I'm like, when they take over, I'm gonna make sure that my robot doesn't hurt me because I was please and thank you,
Right,
So, but
exactly.
that is, it's just mind blowing to think
this is
how.
a whole another level of making sure that they're safe in the home, like while they're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Or
then,
even being in like independent living or
Yeah.
assisted living where they may not have the time to give that one-on-one companion or monitor these things or what it's going to cost to do medication management by an individual in a community versus this being like, hey, having the ability to kind of pick and choose.
Now, she was never really intended to be alone.
Right.
Yeah.
So she's part of a community of
wow.
your doctors, your family, your caregivers. She goes alongside a home care company
Okay.
or a home health company
Uh-huh.
that is going into the home and doing, basically the ADLs, assisting with ADLs. She's part of that.
Okay.
And if something happens, the home care company would get a call that she might need help. The client might need help.
Even like there's an emergency
Yes.
person that you can assign to it too, right?
Yes. So in my case, I have ordered the Pro Health.
Okay.
So I was hoping it would be in by today, so I could kind of demonstrate a little bit. But I thought maybe it's just time for me to have something like this myself.
Yeah.
And so they asked me who my emergency contact person would be, and I gave my husband's name, and then they asked if I wanted my doctor on it. So I had the option to add my doctor if I wanted to.
Love that. Yeah. I just think I love the technology coming in and pairing with like real people, and it's also giving just what everybody wants, not just seniors, but everybody wants to have independence and dignity, and to do it with dignity, and also not to feel a burden on anybody, and then us as the caregivers, we are filled with shame and guilt about not being able to do things all the time. And I mean, this is just a great way to relieve a lot of that. I think.
It really is. It really is. And this company has poised itself. They have worked with Amazon on the AWS system. They've worked with Intel to make the parts that go into it, the actual hardware. They've worked with Google and Alexa and that same platform to build Addison. There's probably not a big technological company that they have not worked with.
Yeah.
So they have done everything, and they have everything in place.
Being a true supportive voice.
Yes, and to be the future.
I love the companionship part of it, because we talk so much, especially like in our HIPS meetings and with different home health care people and doctors that they see, just having that companionship and socialization. Like, I know we're talking about an AI, but having somebody to interact with every day helps so much with your mental, emotional, and then physical. I mean, because if you have somebody there to talk with you, that'll do exercises with you and stuff like that.
Yeah, a yoga class or hand weights, that sort of thing. She can do it all.
Yeah,
I love that.
Yeah,
it's cool.
Yeah, it's really amazing. So, and I feel like that while I was looking at the price here, it's not that saying like $200 a month for all of this, and to incorporate your doctors and all your different doctors and all your different healthcare professionals that are with you and your family members. I mean, yeah, that's amazing.
And they have worked with Medicare and CMS as well.
Okay.
And have gotten approved. They're HIPAA approved. They've done all of the medical side.
Wow.
They have numerous patents, and they really are. They've built this machine in a way that it will be the future.
Yeah, and we were just chatting before, Tanya, our behind the scenes, she was talking about how, some other countries like Japan and everything are already doing a lot of this and farther ahead. So it's great that we can look at that, and then we're having it right here. I'm blown away.
Right.
Jennifer had told me a little bit about it, but I was not expecting that at all.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And they built the whole thing it was so futuristic when I first heard about it.
Well, yeah.
But we are here.
I know. It's incredible, the things that it can do. And
I think that, some generations before might not have been ready for it, but I feel like the boomers that we're, the seniors that we're talking about a lot of them are already embracing technology.
Yes.
A lot of times we think
their tablets, their Kindles.
Yeah, can do it all. And so I just think this is a great, it's just the perfect timing, like you were saying. And we're here, this is where we're going. It's not going to take other people's jobs from them, but it's in they're gonna
In
help.
support of.
Mhm. Yeah, being that companion and support of, for
Yeah.
sure.
I still have a couple of clients who have not embraced the smartphone, and
Yeah.
it's very difficult for them to order food just for takeout or
Mhm.
so many things. You have to have an email or you have to have something where you can get access to an app.
Yeah,
I know.
everything.
And
Yeah.
quickly, like,
Yes.
to navigate it pretty quickly.
I'm
Yes.
telling you, my dad, when he finally learned how to use like the internet and stuff, it was like he made his first Amazon order. He was so proud of himself. He told me about it, and then it was on from there. Like he
Yeah.
really was like, okay,
Yeah.
I can do
this.
this. Yeah.
And I think it'll really, there's not many seniors that have not adapted to some kind of
Mhm.
smart technology.
Yeah.
A smart home, a smartphone, a computer, iPad, whatever the case may be.
And so they can pull this up like on a big, like a TV screen too, right?
You sure can.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just for like
Yes,
visual,
and
if there was any
Bluetooth.
kind of
Everything pretty much
Yeah.
is.
Exactly.
awesome.
I know,
So,
that's really cool.
For people who, want this for their loved one, I'd be more than happy to work with them. But one thing that we do that I think is a really cool feature of the way the company has set up is I can set up a connected care partner. So anybody who works with a lot of seniors, they can, set up, and for every time they put an Addison in place, they would get $150 activation fee,
Okay.
and then $30 per month. That's
Residual.
just residual monthly revenue.
Wow. Just for being that, having that resource in their back pocket, just presenting it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think that's a great option because once again, we talk a lot too on here, if it's time for mom or dad to downsize or move to a senior community, or if we can provide options to be able to age in place, safely. And I think this is a huge option for that too.
Support.
Right.
Yeah.
And then they can develop their own referral sources.
Yeah.
And the referral sources, which is a care advocate, they would get $50 every time someone signs up.
That's amazing.
So, and then for the pro health, it would be $90 for the activation, $8 a month in residual, and $50 for the care advocate. So they really do want to incentivize people to have boots on the ground. We all have a network within the senior community, and just to help people get a product in their life that is really good and is really helpful for them.
I think that's great, and we'll make sure we put all that in the show notes too, and how they can get in contact with you as well too. So I'm just I'm almost speechless, which is not good for a podcast. But
it's a lot.
It's just really, I just love. I think we as humans, we're like, oh yay, technology. And then sometimes people are like, oh, that's kind of scary. But it's kind of like, okay, well, how can we use this for good? And this is one of those times that, why wouldn't we want to try this? I mean, yeah. Awesome.
The affordability of it too.
For sure.
Yeah.
So one last thing, one phrase that you would whisper to yourself on a hard day, what would it be?
On a hard day, I have a strong faith, and I don't want to step on any toes because I know we all come from different standpoints, but God's got my back, and God's got me, and He's my rock and my foundation.
High five.
I love that. Thank you so much, Maria. This has been awesome. Thank you, Jennifer, for setting this up. You guys the best connections.
I appreciate you coming.
Well, it's my pleasure. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, and like we said, we'll make sure we get all that in the show notes. We'll put our links, and you can always message us too if you want to get in contact with Maria too and learn more about this electronic caregiver and Addison, which I think a lot of people will start
utilizing.
For sure.
Creative planning.
Yep. All right, y'all. Well, until next time on Mom, You're Grounded, remember to be gentle with yourself and be in the present. And we'll be here. See you next time.
Bye.